100 subs. Technically, we can't be called a cult just yet, but we're well on our way. But thank you for the support, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy all my videos, and I hope everybody, if you're new here, thank you for joining in. But we today are doing something we started like last week or something. We are continuing the train, not a train build. So this is the bookstore part. And this was owned, let me look at my notes. It was owned by our witch that we did last time. I'll just put the whole playlist in the cast above. But we're doing a bookstore for the witch called, I don't know why I said it like that. But she was called, let me look, I can't find it. She was Syra Moonwood, and her traits were like bookworm, cat lover, perfectionist, and she was a witch. Okay, so key point there. And so we made a bookstore for her. So it's very cozy and overrun with a bunch of like books and old paintings and stuff like that. And then she has a couple. She only has one. She has one secret room, and it's her like potions room or whatever. So there's that. But that's the whole tour. And it's a little bit glitchy. If you might have noticed it, you might have not. But when I went to the basement, it was kind of glitchy with my free cam. And when I was going around, it was like zooming like 10 times as fast as the regular free cam. And I don't know how to fix that, and it's really annoying. Maybe I should start doing the tours in game with like a regular sim. We can do it in the, because I think there is, what is it called? The first person mode. Maybe I can try first person mode and do a tour that way, but that might take me even longer. But yeah, anyway, we have started building the exterior, and this is a recap, so if you've already watched it, go ahead and skip ahead, I don't mind. But we did a full-on train station instead of two separate buildings like I've done previously. So I couldn't tell you why. I just thought old magic equals old train station stuff. So I made a train station, and I think it looked pretty spanking good, not gonna lie. But I was having a little trouble at first when I was building this, and I don't know. I think it was like because I was looking at this image, I was trying to match the image, and so when I was flipping back and forth, I was getting confused on where things should go. And that's like kind of the issue when you use a inspo picture. You're like, I really need it to look like this, not like this. So you kind of like keep deleting stuff and going back and forth. But I ended up with I think I did pretty okay. I was trying to get it as tall as possible. I don't know. And then I think, what is the cap? Like, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 or 4 levels of floors is the maximum you can go. So to get a little extra height, I made the walls the tallest height as possible. And then I made a extra platform level on the very top floor as well. It added just a little bit more height, and I was like, it's fine. But since I did that, the platform level, it doesn't do regular wallpaper if you did not. So I had to find a matching wallpaper to like the platform cover, if that makes sense. So I had to use a brick, which it wasn't bad, but I had to use a brick, and that's why I chose that wallpaper for some of the sections. And then I wanted a like rusty old pole. I found this in the last build. You can see it next door actually. That was from another of this series, the arcade and then the body shop thing, whatever it was. I don't know. And so I'm using this like freestanding pole as a column instead of actual columns, because some of the columns are actually quite glitchy when I try to use them at different levels and stuff like that. So I just used a freestanding column to make my life easier. And I just sized them up and sized them down however I wanted to. And then I was actually pretty proud of myself. For some reason, it just was so complicated to me to make this like drop down section for the train in quotation marks, since it's not a real train. But I made like this drop down section, but all you have to do was make a room and then bring down the platform. It was as simple as that, but it was very complicated for me, and I was having so much trouble for some reason. And then I actually duplicate that whole train section, and I just put that down into the basement as well, because this is for the tea shop up here, and then the basement level is where the bookstore is going to be. And if you guys missed the tea shop, I said it earlier, but I'll put it up above again and in the description down below. And then I made a custom train for the middle section, and then I used 2 debug trains on either side of my middle section, if that makes sense. And then I've just duplicated this downstairs as well, so it's the exact same thing, just downstairs. Because I have 1 train stop here technically, and then I have 1 on the very top level, and then 1 in the basement. And I feel like this looks really good. I was really proud of my choices. I don't know, I wanted like a fancy train car, but the whole building isn't fancy. It's more of just like, it's a little run down, but it's not like cracked dirt and stuff like that. It's just like a little worn, so it's like a little mixture here and there, so it looks very nice and cozy, I think. And then I ended up making custom doors. I was, again, so proud of myself for making these doors, because I found everything that matched up perfectly. The windows, the trim, the wallpaper, it was all the perfect shade of this red archway that I have from Realm of Magic, and it was so good. It was perfect. So, because I wanted like open doors, like a train's opening up. And then in my mind, the steps are like, they're the ones that come up and down, and so that's why they're on the platform like that. Does that make sense? Okay. I don't know, but realistically my train car is way too big and way too tall to fit through my tunnel technically, but it's the Sim, so we pretend that it all fits and that it's an actual train car coming through and whatnot. Okay, but that ended up coming a like seating area and a little dining area, so it's nothing special. Okay. And then I actually, what did I do? I found something. Oh, the only thing I changed out here from the original video is I put a big old clock in the middle of this, like underneath this train here, this section here. I put a gigantic clock in the middle there because I found it. I was like, ooh, this is cool. And so I just stuck that there. That's the only thing I've changed from the other video. But now I'm just doing some landscaping. I like to use these like trees here and size them up and size them down and layer them on the columns to make it look overgrown a bit, and I think it looks pretty good. I wish this tree came in like a non-neon green color, but it looks fine. It's good enough for my purposes. Okay, it's not too bad, but I also wish it was a little less neon-ish, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's all I did, and I do my usual plants and layering, and I just use all the same ones I do over and over again. But lately I've been using a lot of these topiary and cactuses a lot too. I don't think they really make sense here, but I'm using them anyway, so don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I'm using them anyway. It looks okay, okay? But yeah, I think this one is becoming quickly my favorite. I kept looking at it over and over again. I was like, I really like this. So I had a lot of fun building and furnishing this one. And the stupid ceilings, you probably saw it in the tour. I was ignoring it. But the ceilings would not paint. And it looks really good when the ceilings are painted. You've seen it in a couple of rooms. The ceilings look really good. And then on some of them, they just refuse to have the flooring on them, and I don't know why. I reloaded the lot, I painted them multiple times, but it just doesn't want to have that flooring on there for whatever reason, so I gave up. A couple of the rooms have a couple patchy flooring on the ceiling, so I gave up. I'm sorry, but this is on the most of my builds are on the gallery, or they should be anyway. This one, if you guys want it, is Arcane Exchange, and then it's on my gallery. It's the same name, Simshire. I'll put it in the description as well in case you guys forget. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. And then I also throw in it's from the Life and Death pack, I think. The little spirit like box thing. And you like remember, wow, what? Remember. You like memorialize or give something to the spirit. I don't know. It's that spirit box thingy that you put outside, but I put that here in this like little flower bed thing, and that is it, I believe. And I found a bunch of cool decor objects. Okay, I found like a bunch of like perfect like book signs and stuff like that, so I put a bunch of those up here as well. But that's basically it. And then I think we can just go downstairs after this because I think I'm pretty much done. I didn't have a lot of landscaping to do since there was not a lot of space left. I literally used almost every inch of the lot. So yeah. But I started with like the main like library section, and I pre-put them in here. But I grabbed a bunch of books from the gallery, and they had all like the freestanding ones like that are stacked up, and they like these selling books. I don't know how to say this. The selling display book ones that have like the slant, and then they have the stack of books underneath. Those ones, and I found those in the gallery, so that was pretty good. Oh, we have a little bit left of landscaping. I forgot about this section. But yeah, that's pretty much what I grabbed in advance to throw it down there. And then I've already done the layout. And then from the tour, you've probably seen, but I added in the extra bottom section. I wasn't sure last time if I was going to add another level because I felt like the tea shop had a lot of like space and then the bookstore didn't. So I added an extra level for the bookstore. And so yeah, there's another level. And I just went with the flow. I just duplicated the top floor down again. But they don't have a train section. Only the first bottom level does. But yeah, that's basically the thought process behind that. And then I explained it in my last video, but since this is such like an old, in my mind, old building, and they've just like moved in, I didn't give her a separate kitchen. So the only kitchen on this lot is the ghost kitchen, and that is just on this main floor in the back here. And so they share a kitchen, but they each have their own bathrooms and stuff like that, and their own bedrooms. And then if you noticed the during the tour, I didn't address it, but there was this like a slanted corner piece of a shower that I showed. Okay, and you're probably wondering, where was the bathroom? I didn't show it, I forgot. It was on the other side of the shower. So you would have to go pee, and then you could come in the bedroom and shower. Okay? Because I felt like it needed a public bathroom as well. And I was like, it's probably kind of weird to put a shower in a public bathroom. But I was like, but I have this like little corner piece, and I didn't want to make another bathroom because I felt like that was a waste of space. So I just used the corner piece as a shower, and then you would have to go back around and use the bathroom. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny, but I left it like that. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it. The only changes I made. The rest of it should be the same from the other video. And this is actually, I did a checkerboard pattern, and this is I've done it manually. Is there a checkered flooring already? I can't remember. I don't know why I did this, but I did this manually. But this is like a worn flooring, and it has a couple like cracks and like missing tile pieces. So that's why I used this one, or a different reason, because I can't remember. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I'm using the same like freestanding columns, and then I'm using what is that thing called? The little railing at the top. It's escaping me at the moment, but I can't remember. I used that, and then this room here is my, hold on, this is my room. This is my favorite room. I love this room. It's her office space. So this is where you would check out the customers. Well, fake check out the customers, because you can't actually do that in businesses and hobbies. But actually, there is nothing in here that you can technically sell except for up on the tea shop. So this would be more of like a hangout, browsing space. And then downstairs, I'm saying that's going to be book club and then spellcaster sparring. Okay. That's random, right? But spellcaster sparring downstairs and book club is downstairs. Okay, because I have a giant circle of couches and chairs, and then there's a giant blank spot to the left. But I left it like that because I'm like, oh yeah, the spellcaster can duel down here. So that's why it's like that. But I basically cluttered my little heart out down here. And it is there's so much going on that it's a little ridiculous. I didn't think I could fit this many objects in here. but I sure did. I tried to. Her trait says perfectionist, but I feel like she's a perfectionist in her own way, because I made this like very cluttered and messy, but I feel like she knows exactly where everything is, and she's like, oh, that's where blah 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 blah, blah is, and they're like, what? And she's like, on the second shelf behind that book there, and you know what I mean. That's what I was going for. And I made this like little archway thing, but oh, here's the bathroom. So the little slanted wall shower, and then the 2 bathrooms for the public. It's a very cute bathroom. It's just an odd layout. Okay, and I did my 2 cubicles came back because I had room. But yeah, that's basically all that's in here. I don't think I put much decor, just basic towel and toilet thingy, because it's a public bathroom technically, so I'm thinking she keeps her stuff in her room. Oh, and then I made her well, I can't think, her what is it called, her living room is public space, so she shares that with the library and stuff like that. So she's very like, you can do whatever you want here, it's all open, and you know, just take care of the items, don't destroy the book, stuff like that. It's very cozy, I feel like. But I wanted to put clutter on the wall here, but I was scared you wouldn't be able to get into the bathroom if I put any clutter on the wall inside or on the clutter on the outside, so I just left it blank. So it's a little blank in there, but I left it as is. It's fine. Yeah, and then you can see the gigantic pile of books I have to place. I placed all of those, okay? And I did a lot of these custom bookshelf things over here, and then downstairs I used, what did I use? The Secret Sanctuary kit. I used all of the kits. The Book Nook kit, the Sanctuary kit. I probably used all the packs. Who am I kidding? There's probably every single pack in this. I'm sorry. I need to do a, guys, if you want me to do a build that for you guys to download, request away down below. I will do my best to accommodate and use the packs you guys want. Just request it so I know in advance to limit myself. But I've just been doing these for funsies from the series I've been doing. But yeah, if you guys have a specific build in mind you guys want to see and stuff like that, and you want me to use in certain packs, I will do that for you guys. But the next, what am I gonna do next? So I was gonna do a I don't know if I am, but I was gonna do like 100, like the number 100, since I got 100 subscribers. The wow, I can't speak anymore, I'm sorry. The number 100 as a house. But we'll see if I do that. We'll see, because I already literally have all of the videos done. I'm literally insane. I've been recording for days nonstop, and I have videos for days lined up already. And because next week or the week before, I am losing it. I don't know which week I'm on with this video, so I might be behind or I might be ahead. So you guys definitely know, if you've seen the post, I'm doing a legacy challenge. Also, if you haven't seen that, just look at my post, my previous post, and then I have a couple of videos coming out on that as well, so just search that and I'll put that down below if I forget about it. But yeah, I have the legacy thing coming up, and then I've been doing the townie makeovers as well, so I have a couple things I've been doing, so I'm all over the place right now. I'm doing everything at once. I need more structure in my life. But I've just been lolly. I was like, oh, this could be fun. So I've been jumping back and forth between everything. But if you guys hate that, tell me, and I'll chill out a little and have like, this week we'll do this and next week we'll do that. You know, I'll slow it all down. But it's, for now, I'm gonna be chaotic. Okay. But if you guys did see the legacy challenge I'm doing, can you guys throw some suggestions out there for me, or like if you have anything you really want to see in that challenge? I'll try to incorporate that so it's like the best possible thing for you guys to watch, if you know what I mean. It's for you and it's kind of for me, but you know, it's mainly for you, okay? I want you guys to enjoy it. But yeah, I tried to clutter this as much as possible. I think I used all of like my go-to clutter pieces, and I ran out and I didn't like anything that I had left, so I started reusing stuff once I got down to the basement. But yeah, this is basically all that I've done here. It's just a bunch of clutter, and then I throw another seating area in the middle, and that is it. But I feel like it looks really cozy. It ends up looking, and then once I change, because right now it's all brick, that was just the default I threw down there just in case I wanted it to be brick, but I ended up changing it to the wallpaper I used upstairs, and it looks really cozy and cute. That's the spirit thing. I don't know what that is, but it's the, like, you talk to the dead or something. I don't know. But yeah. And then, yeah, like I said, this is her office, so I throw a computer in here as well. And I think that's it. But I did almost forget, she does have a cat, but I end up adding it, like, way later. I put some cat stuff in here, the pet bowl, and then she has a bed and then some cat stuff as well. So I put a couple of those things in here. I remembered that she liked cats because I was putting cat statues everywhere, and I was like, oh, she likes cats. Let me put a cat statue here, here, and there. And then I just forgot about the actual pet stuff. I was putting decor, not no actual usable items. I was like, oh no, the cat. I'm forgetting about the cat. But yeah, that's basically, I think that's basically all that goes in here. And then I should start with the, actually, I might jump around. I don't know if I go to the bedroom or into the, like, little living space, I guess, because I can't remember. But I think it looks really cute. And I put curtains up. I think they were from Vampires, because I wanted to use these really badly, but I couldn't make them work, so I used them over on the other side, which looked really cute. But I end up using the vampire curtains, I think, and they're like the really super fancy ones I never get to use, but they kind of worked here. I feel like they worked. Do they work? I don't know. I felt like they worked a little bit because I put the super fancy side on this side, and then the other side is like kind of like more, yeah, it just looks like regular curtains. But this side is like super fancy, and I feel like it looked really cute. But yeah, it does stick through the flooring a little. Oh, I brought them down. Never mind. They don't stick through the flooring. I brought them down. Okay. But yeah, I really like this spot. And I think we're almost done, and I'm just throwing a couple extra decor objects. And I don't know why, but I threw the skeleton in the corner because I thought that was funny. She's a witch, so she's lived for a long time. She's immortal. She's amassed all of these like items and stuff in her life. That's what I feel like. So I did a couple weird items. Okay. And did anybody notice that we don't have a like witch book from from Realm of Magic? It's from freaking werewolf stuff. It is not even like a witch book. It has like wolfsbane on it. It's for werewolves. I don't know why we don't have like a open spell book like that on the stand. It's from werewolves instead. I was looking for it. So I was like, I swear we have one in Realm of Magic, but I couldn't find it. But it was in werewolf. I was so upset when I found it. But anyway, I went with like, it could be a weird layout. I don't know. I went with like a bunch of bookcases on this side. And then I did like a seating like bench area in the middle, and then with like freestanding bookcases on either side of those. And then I tried to stack as many books and stuff and clutter as much as possible. And then I throw in some desks in the middle because I felt like these ones here, these books with like the stands on them, I felt like they needed like a specific spot instead of like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense. I felt like they needed their own area, so I made like a desk area for them. But we could just skip ahead to that because I'm gonna be placing these books for ages. Okay? I don't even do that. I stop because I got bored and I go here. I don't even finish. I stop and I go over here to do the train car. So this is the train car. This is basically her living room, but it's open to the public. It just has a bunch of more seating. There's like 50,000 seating areas down here, but it looks cute and cozy, okay? I try to use all of like these retro and classy pieces, or sometimes overly fancy pieces, because I feel like they fit. And then I did I don't know why I use this. I couldn't really tell you. I use the projector screen for some reason. I don't know. I thought it looked nice. Okay, I thought it looked cute, so I used it. And then I stack a bunch more clutter, books in the corner, plants, and then on the other side it's just more seating area. I swear. But I think I'm really proud of my train cars and then my little office area. I really like that. But I also really like when you go into the tea shop up above. It looks really cool. I meant to say nice, and I don't even know why I said cool. It looks really nice. Okay. But yeah, I really like this build. Okay. Like I said, did I even finish my plot? I think I got distracted earlier. The next build, we do have a couple more in this series. We have the Grim Reaper, and then the Santa Claus, and then one more. What is it? The Vampire and Werewolf. So we have Vampire, Werewolf, Santa, and the Grim Reaper, and then we also have fairies that are coming out, but I'm gonna wait until fairies actually come out so I can use the new stock. And I don't know if I'm gonna buy it right away, so it might take me a while. I don't know yet. And it really depends on what's in the pack. Okay, if the pack is just like a what am I trying to say? If the fairies end up being spellcasters with wings, I'm not gonna buy the pack right away. I'm gonna wait. But if they end up having some cool stuff in there, I might just buy it for funsies, you know, with my stash of Sims funds. But anyway, we have that one, and then that one will be last. That one will definitely be last. But we have those to do, and then we have. What was I also gonna do? I think for buildings, those are the ones I had planned. Like I'm going to do. I have to finish the series, and then one other build I wanted to do was a dollhouse. For some reason, I was looking. I was like, "Ooh, I should do a dollhouse." So I think I'm gonna do a dollhouse, and I think I'm going to do that after this one. So I'm gonna give you guys a break from my supernatural builds. We are gonna go do a dollhouse next. I'm saying that now. So tell me what you guys think of that. Do you guys want to see a dollhouse next or the supernatural one? I'm leaning towards the dollhouse, but you know, you guys have a majority vote here. So, you know, do what you want. But yeah, and then I don't have anything else planned. Well, you know, I don't have anything else planned unless for the legacy build, unless I suddenly make a bunch of cash in there, which I don't think I will. I think it'll take me a while. But if I suddenly make a bunch of cash there, we can do a legacy house build as well. Yeah, that's all I have for now. And then, like I said earlier, I have my townie makeovers, but that's not building. And something else. Am I forgetting something? Or is that everything I'm doing? I don't know. I'm sure I'll remember it later. But those are what I'm doing right now. Okay? Oh, I still need to make my rival family. Yeah. For the legacies, because I have to make an extra family for them. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But that's it. That's all of my grand plans and ideas. A dollhouse. That's all I got for you guys. We could just do a regular chill. You know what? We could do an apartment. I've literally only done one apartment on this channel. I might have a slight issue. I keep doing weird builds and like grand plans and stuff like that. I just need to chill out, right? Tell me to chill out down below. Do an apartment. I should just do an apartment, right? An apartment will take me like 2 seconds if I choose like a small one. We could do like we could just do like a little tiny, we should do like a little grimy apartment. Something like that. We can do that. I don't know. Or yeah, we can do an apartment. Or no, we can just do an apartment. I keep wanting to do something extra. I can make an apartment building. I can do that. That can make it a little extra. And we can like do a bunch of apartments. That way y'all can get your apartment fixes. Okay. I could do like a because for for my legacy, I could do an apartment building. and then I can have a bunch of people living there. Okay, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Tell me what you think down below. I'm getting too large again, aren't I? But yeah, if you guys have anything you really want to see, small bedroom, small houses, big houses, tiny homes, stuff like that, suggest a way. I will note it all down and try my best to complete it. While I've been yapping, we have done some things. I don't know what we've done, but we've done a lot. We're on to my photo wall. I've done another gallery wall for some reason. Oh, those signs say do not come in. Swear. That's what they mean in Simlish, you know? Those signs mean do not come in. I don't know why I put them there. I put them above every doorway here that she could go into. Maybe she has, that's like a, what is it called? Like a crest thing that you put up on the wall to like, what is it called? Like you keep people out, like a barrier, something like that. I end up using that. I use that, I love that sign, the number for the house sign. I put that where the flag is, and then I put the flag on top where that bunch of the posters are. I delete all that because I found a better sign. I found an open placard book and I thought that looked really nice, so I put that there instead. But yeah, I think it's really looking good. It's so like cluttered and overrun. I really love it. And then for like the middle section, those are like my, I don't know, like they just have a bunch of random books, like they've just been shoved over and placed there and whatnot. I don't know. There's no real organization there. I feel like she wouldn't really have organization here anyway. It's just like a free-for-all. And then I found this and I thought it was really cute, so I really wanted to use it, but I felt like it also looked weird. But then I put flower boxes underneath it for some reason, and it still might look weird, but I kind of liked it, so I kept it like that. Okay, yeah, okay. But that was the logic. And then we're on to the bedroom. I kept it pretty simple in here. I went with like browns and like orangish tones. I felt like that was the vibe I was going for. And I just tried to make it as like, I don't know. I used a lot of the like the Realm of Magic stuff here again. I was just trying to make it like spellcasty or something. And then I used the bookcases, the secret bookcases, the little single ones that came in base game for the doorway down, because we have those doors there that go down onto the ladder, and then we have the actual like wall of bookcases downstairs as well, and then they also have that door in the middle, so she has two ways to get in here, the one in here in a room and then one downstairs. But yeah, that's it. And then I just used a bunch of clutter in here. There's nothing, let me see, I don't think there's nothing in here except for bookcases and her bed and then dressers. So that's basically it. And then he did another gallery wall. Okay, I must have been in the mood because I kept doing gallery walls and putting a bunch of paintings on the walls. So there's a lot of that going on here as well. I try to use every single like ornate and old painting as possible. I feel like I still felt like I'm lacking, even though I use quite a bit. So obviously we in game there's a lot, but I need more. Okay, I used every single one of them. And then I just put that there. I thought that was cute because the middle one you can't actually go through because it's just a 3 tile long hallway there, so the ladder goes in the middle, so you can go on either side of the little tapestry. Is that what they're called? Tapestry? I think that's right. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I put a bunch of clutter and plants in here. And then we should go downstairs, or we finish up the other room if I haven't finished it already. But like I said earlier, if you missed it, downstairs, it's, in my mind, this top library is like, I don't know, studying and like computer. I did put a couple computers in there, so studying and computer work. And there's like group desks there, so that type of work. And then when you come downstairs, this level is like the book club section, and this is where they have like story time and stuff like that. And then there's some more desk here with a bunch of more books and stuff like that, and then a bunch of more bookcases on the wall to the right and the left, and that's it. And then there is another TV down here, and it's the like the retro one with like the framed in frame. There you go. So yeah, that's down here. So it's not a TV, it's a picture, but it's also a TV, you know? And then that's basically it, I think. And like I said, I didn't put anything on the other side because I was just about to, and I was like, oh, you know what? I can't remember how much space they need, because spellcasters and vampires and werewolves, they can all have like these duels, is that how you say that? Fights, whatever. They can all have those fights. So I was like, oh, what if I just left the space open and that's technically the like fighting space? You know what I mean? I thought that was funny, so I left it like that. It doesn't look too blank. It just looks like they've shoved everything off to the side to make space. But yeah, I think this is a very cute build. I don't know how realistic this build is, but it's very cute. It's fine. And then I think I clutter this up, and then I just throw some more fully I throw some more bookcases on the other side as well. And then I was running out of paintings, so I decided to use the what are they called? The tarot cards from the Life and Death pack paintings. I feel like they're really cute. I put those on the wall on either side of the painting because I felt like it was lacking a little, because the TV, it was lacking because it was so small, but it also looked a little weird when I sized it up. So I put the tarot cards on either side, and that made it look a little bit better. And then I've already done the tables. The only other room we have left is the spellcaster room. And then I put a bunch of the book nook. Yeah, they're already up there. I did like a full wall of book nook kit, and then I used the secret sanctuary kit below it. I don't know the exact name, but I used that one, and it's this one, these ones here with like the lights coming down. These are nice, but they look weird when you like tile them all together like this, but I used them anyway. Yeah, but they do kind of match the book nook kit a little bit, but they also don't, because these ones are a little bit, they're much more fancier than the book nook kit. And I didn't crash. I saved, and I saved it to my gallery, but it still didn't work. Now that I've been saving to the gallery, now the gallery doesn't freaking work. I hate it here. They need to fix this or something. When I save to the gallery now, I now have errors. Like, what? My backup doesn't work either. So it didn't save it for some reason, and it deleted half of my shelves. I don't know, I had to redo it. So some of the clutter is not there. I don't know. I tried to double check it all to make sure nothing else got deleted, but some shelves upstairs got deleted, and the shelves down here did. I don't know. I tried my best to fix it all, but something could still be missing. Yeah, and then all that's in here is a bunch of like planter boxes, and then some decor. And then I threw in the big cauldron, you know, since she doesn't have a kitchen, she can make some mac and cheese down here. Or do her potions. But yeah, that's all that's down here. And then I don't know why I did it, but I did. I put a bunch of the like ivy and stuff on the walls. Like maybe one of the plants or experiments are like overgrowing into the environment and stuff like that. So that's what I put in here. I thought that was funny. And I didn't put the magic realm door in here. Instead, I put the, what is that? The werewolves one. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just didn't want a glowing portal right there. So I did that one. Okay. Yep. That's the logic. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But thank you guys again for 100 subs if you watched this far. And I hope to see you guys next time.